trying to keep everybody in the stands, making it exciting. You know, it was a really hard-fought game. We gave them some easy ones. Went down 14-0 with a couple bad turnovers, and then our guys responded and fought back. Got in a position where we feel good about, and then gave them a kickoff return for a touchdown, and that made it hard. But I did like the way we were in the locker room at halftime. Coaches were doing a good job of coaching. We talked about competing, doing everything we could for 4 quarters. And then I really felt like in the second half we were the stronger, more physical team on the field. We just kept turning the ball over, and obviously you can't do that, and that hurt us. We learned a lot. Hopefully Isaac learns that you just get down and take care of the ball. I think he was really excited. I told him he'd probably be wide open, but I didn't tell him to get the first down and slide down, so it's really on me. It's not his fault. He was just trying to make a play. But we'll work on that and get better on it. I thought Jason Shelley had a good game. I thought he competed really hard. Things weren't going real well in the first half. It wasn't easy. They were giving us different looks than what they had shown coming into the game. They did a couple good things as far as blitzing our running back, and we made some adjustments at halftime and did a good job and moved the ball. I thought we moved the ball up and down the field in the second half and felt good about how we played offensively, except for fumbling the ball. And then I felt really good about our defense. There's no question that the defense stood up and made huge plays for us to win the game.
Seeing the guys bounce back from just turning the ball over, mistakes throughout, and being able to come out with a win against a pretty good football team, just kind of what's that say about the guys right now, and you're able to do it 2 straight weeks?
I think it shows great leadership from within the team, and I think that they're dedicated to sticking together, fighting and working hard, and it was fun to see. You go through adversity like that, that's how you get better and stronger, and it was good to see that guys step up and make plays.
Where do you see that leadership when it's going on when you guys are at?
Well, obviously on defense it always starts with Kevin Ellis and Titus and Kyrie, Braz. Braz is kind of a quiet leader, but his competitive spirit is contagious. Wiltz always does a really good job out there on the field for us and on the sideline. Offensively, I thought Ty Scott did a good job. Tobias was helping us and doing a good job of leading. Ron did a really nice job for us. Probably played one of his better games. And then our offensive line continues to improve and get better. We missed some stuff in the first half, and just so happened to have it when we had a couple guys wide open, so that hurt us.
You guys were in several close games in the spring. You've already been in 3 games that are nail-biters so far this year. As a team, are you guys comfortable in those situations? Do you thrive for games that are down to the wire where you need your playmakers to make plays?
Yeah, I'm not sure I thrive for them. It'd kind of be nice to, let everyone relax and get our 2s in and 3s in and have some fun in the 4th quarter. But that's kind of this conference that we're in, and then we play Central Arkansas and obviously Oklahoma State. We've played really quality opponents. I think that's the one thing that shows. And a lot of the games, are going to come down to the 4th quarter. That's just the nature of the conference.
The run defense seemed a lot stronger in the second half. What was the message you were sending to the front 7 about tightening up and making sure that they weren't getting 6, 7, 8 yard carries?
Yeah, I thought the gap control was really good. I thought we got our hands on them and did a good job of shedding and tackling. And then we did, bring a little bit more pressure, and some of them were run pressures.
And Jason used his legs a lot tonight. Is that something that you're waiting to see from him? He used them way more effective than I think he did in the first couple of weeks for you guys.
Yeah, I thought he did a really nice job against Oklahoma State. Had some huge runs that were critical runs in certain situations that gave us an opportunity to go score. And then tonight he did an excellent job. I don't think Central Arkansas, that it presented itself like it did tonight. They were dropping 8 a lot. They were playing deep coverage and not letting us do some of the things that we have done well, particularly in the Central Arkansas game. And he's smart enough to take advantage of it. When you drop 8, there's a lot of room for the quarterback to run.
You've told us week after week that some other receiver is going to have his breakout soon, and tonight was Tyrone. Just kind of It seemed like things were designed to get him the ball, and just kind of what does he bring, and what do you like about him tonight?
Yeah, Tyrone is really, really talented. You know, we talk about strong lower body and explosive and great hands. And, you know, he just got here and learning the offense. You know, Xavier had a little bit of an edge because Xavier kind of played in this offense before. And Ty's was just learning it, not making mistakes, learning how to practice hard. You know, that's been new to some of these guys, is how we go about practice. But he's really, really talented. You know, he's just going to continue to improve and make more plays for us.
How encouraged are you? You see in the second half two straight games. You guys are able to come out and just make those adjustments early in the third. You held them to -7 yards there in the third quarter tonight. Just how impressed are you just seeing the way they respond just coming out of that break?
Really impressed, and you know, especially with our defense, because you know they had to make some adjustments, and in doing that, they have to be good listeners in the locker room. They have to be able to understand it, and then they all have to do it together, all 11 guys. And they really did that in the third quarter and in the second half. You know, they made the right adjustments, they executed the calls, and they were all playing with poise and toughness.
Speaking of the defense, Dimitri, you got the start tonight for you guys. What went into that decision? Because it had been fair for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had a couple of weeks of practice, and what our defensive coaching staff did is grade the practice. They rotated during practice and graded it out. Whoever had the best grade was going to start the game. It was Dimitri, and then he dings his hamstring. So not sure how that all is. He wasn't able to finish.
You get that touchdown with 4:42 left. What was the behind decision to kick the extra point? Did you consider going for 2 there to make it a 2-score game, or?
I did, yeah, I did, and the staff said, "No, you don't want to do that. Let's make them go 2 points to tie us." You know, these new analytics would tell you to go for 2 on that, but you know that's kind of computer football, in my opinion, analytics, because the analytics don't know who's their Mike linebacker, who's their corner, who's our receiver, who's our center. You know, analytics don't know that stuff. So you can't just follow them. You got to go with your gut, your instincts. And we got a great kicker. And I felt like we were the stronger team. And a lot of times you feel like if you're going to go to overtime, the longer you play, the better team wins the game. So I was feeling like we were the better team in the fourth quarter.
Time of possession was a big thing there in the second half. Is that something you tried to establish there in the first half and just fumble it away a few times?
Yeah, I don't really get caught up on time of possession. I think the biggest difference in time of possession in the second half was we were going 3 and out and getting a bunch of stops. And offensively, we ran the ball, you know, and we want to do that. We want to be, you know, 50-50 on first down.
Jalen Williams was a guy that impressed me tonight on the D-line. He's always pushing the pocket, always just moving his guy 5 yards into the backfield. What can you say about his development and his progression? Because he got another sack tonight too.
Yeah, he's a really good pass rusher. And, you know, last year he went from being on the scout team to getting reps, to getting sacks, to playing a lot towards the end of the spring season. Now he's a guy that rotates in all the time. He's got really good pass rush moves, and he's got great hips. He can really shoot his hips, so his ability to bull rush when tackles are a little bit off balance is the strength of his lower body, and then he's got good moves, so he's going to continue to play well.
Titus Wall on that big play there late, chasing down the big play when Kyrie tried to jump the interception, and his guy ended up getting inside the 10. Seeing Titus just kind of giving it all and ended up coming up with a big play at the goal line stand. Just
unbelievable, huh? Just great effort and courage, and you know, not giving in. So you can't say enough about that. And you know, Titus is one of our best leaders on our team. You know, he does it verbally, he does it by example. He doesn't just do it on the practice field, he does it off the field. So you love to see him play like that and have that kind of success.
Your defense made, you know, plenty of big stops, especially when you fall into a 14-0 hole right off the bat. But there was the goal line stand in the second quarter, and you know, the interception, you know, towards the end of the game. Anyway, just what does that say about those guys? You said they're great listeners, but what do you like about that group, and just
I mean, you really can't say enough about them. You know, we're very strong on the defensive front. We're able to rotate a lot of guys in there, keep them fresh, and I think that helped us in the fourth quarter. Our linebackers really do a good job playing the run and tackling, but also good pass defenders. We got safeties that can run our pass, and that allows them to be aggressive. And then two corners, or we played actually three corners tonight that, you know, are really mentally tough and courageous because they're out there by themselves the whole time. And even if they do give up a play, it doesn't bother them, and they come back and make a play.
And Jason, just the excitement of getting those late runs for a touchdown and getting those big plays late, coming out with another win, just kind of how to feel that.
Always feels good to get a win. You know, we're going to celebrate, do our thing. We got 24 hours, we're just going to get back to work. But it definitely feels good to get another day under our belt, especially in league play.
And it just, these games are kind of wacky at this point. And it's just kind of the way you guys are finished. And just how fun has it been to just kind of win in those ways, and just kind of the craziness that have kind of come in the last couple of weeks?
I personally want to say it's fun. It's a lot of stress. Like we got to come out and play a much cleaner game. The last 3 games we've been playing, we come out sloppy and do something that we're not supposed to be doing, and have to come back and win. I mean, we're capable of coming back and doing our thing and winning, but we got to start coming out strong because we don't have to be in those situations. But I know it's probably fun for a lot of the fans how close the game is, but for us, we got to be better.
Kevin, some of those adjustments on defense, especially there coming out of halftime, just kind of the way you saw the defense rise, just what you see change in the team.
I personally think like he said, we came out sluggish. My personal opinion, we more of a second half team anyway. So after halftime, we just come out with that motor and that fire, but it's just us.
How do you try to bring a little bit more into the first half? Because I'm sure you want to try to go the whole time.
We just got to start off faster. We just got to start off faster. That's it. We always start off sluggish. We got to be more faster.
Tyrone, I really just forgot his name. No.
Yeah, Ty, just coming up with you've seen that different receivers are able to have some big games. Just kind of what was it like for you to be on the receiving end of that tonight?
I mean, it don't feel no different. I just try to come in here every week and work hard as I can. Like one thing I didn't say, Coach B done taught me since I've been here is how to work hard. That's something I never had in my career. So I'm willing to put everything on the line for you.
And just having a breakout game, we've seen a lot of Xavier, and he's come in here every week saying it's going to be another guy someday. And tonight it was huge. Just, what was it like kind of being on that receiving end?
I mean, like he said, like anybody on our receiving corps could do what we did, what I did. It don't really matter. We got faith in each other when we in our room, and we know like our room is one of the most, critical pieces to this team. So it's like, we just got to come down and put our head down and work every week. Like you said, we start off slow in a lot of games, and it's the same way in practice. So that's something we definitely got to change coming into this next week's game.
Jason, you had a 4-touchdown game, and you've had some big games in your career. Do you keep track of like what you're doing on the field when you're doing it, or is it just like a next play, forget about it type thing?
Honestly, no, not really. But today, I would say that I came into halftime. I looked at the stat card. I feel like I missed a lot of throws early on, and I seen I was like 16 for 17, I think, going into half. So when I came out the second half, my goal was to start hitting my passes and be more accurate, show what we can do and make some plays. They needed us on offense. Defense needed us. We had to make some plays, so I went out there and tried to do my best.
Coach you talked about the leadership on this team. I mean, you guys had a lot of mistakes there early. You get down 14-0. You're having fumbles there in the second half, but you guys are still able to stay together and come away with a win over a pretty good opponent. Just how have you seen that leadership grow, and how have you taken that as a quarterback?
Especially in times like that. I'm not the most vocal leader. Just personally, but I like to lead by example. But today I needed to be more vocal, so that's what I went out there and did. Like guys' heads was down, I had to pick them back up. Game was still going, we still got the lead. So I try to do what I can as a leader. It don't matter if I need me to be quiet, speak up a little bit. But today was a good day. Got it done, finished off strong.
Kevin, you're that guy in the defense, kind of the same way. Just how do you make sure everybody's heads are up, big plays happen, and you guys are still, that red zone defense tonight was pretty good.
We like playing with each other. We just love the game. And when you out there playing for the guy next to you, it make it even more fun. It's just guys just flying around having a good time. And I tell them every time in the red zone, we just need a place to stand. It don't matter where the ball at. Wherever we stand, we're gonna get a stop.
And how special was that red zone event? I mean, you guys come up with the fourth and goal at the one. You guys made 3 straight stops at the one. They had a couple opportunities there late to try to tie the game. What is it about that part of the field that just makes you clinch down and get off?
We got some dogs on that D-line. It's just like we got Anthony Payne in there. We got Eric Johnson, Jalen Williams, Devin Gore. We stacked down there. We got a lot of dogs down there. And our linebacker core, we stacked too. So we just coming with it.
How special is it to play? I mean, you know you have a guy like Monterey back there that can seal the game with an interception. Just how much freer does that let you play?
I'll be very comfortable knowing he back there. I know he got our back and we got his back. We all together.
Jason, you led the team minus the sack yardage. You led the team in rushing attempts and rushing yards tonight. You obviously can sling the ball all over the field. Do you like it when you get to run a little bit more, like when you just get to take off and make people miss like you did on that first running touchdown?
I don't even really be thinking about it, to be honest. I really go out there and just try to do what I can, do what do whatever it needs to be done. But today they gave me a couple of lanes to go out there and scramble, and I just took advantage of it. So they ended up getting a lot of space and making guys miss, and they had to do what they had to do.
And what happened to the throw?
I just braided it, and I just put it down a little bit.
Did it not fit in the helmet, or?
I mean, it fits, but yeah, I had to tighten it up a little bit today. I lost some of the hair, but yeah, just a new look, switching it out. I might get it up for next week, maybe not. I don't know. Might braid it, cornrows or something.
Kevin, you're the vet around here, and just kind of walking out of the stadium and just hearing students screaming and cheering kind of on your way out. Just how cool is that for you?
It's definitely a good feeling. It's not something that's I'm used to around here, but we're gonna make it like a normal thing around here. We love winning. It's just fun. It's just this team just enjoy playing with each other.
That's a crowd of 13,000 plus. I mean, you guys haven't had that for a while. I mean, a long time. I mean, how special is that when you're on the field?
It's very special. I looked up one time and I seen like all those fans up there, and it definitely get me going. Like we definitely appreciate the fans. We love the fans, most definitely.
At any point, do you look up at the scoreboard and realize we haven't given up anything in that second half? And like, what does that do for momentum and confidence and whatnot?
Yeah, we just know like wherever the ball at, we looking to get a stop. No matter where it at on the field, it can be on the 1 yard line. They finna go in. We looking to get a stop. It don't matter.
Jason, anything?
All right, guys. If you guys were just to place a value on this game, I mean, I know it's a conference opener and everything. It's South Dakota. My question is just if you were to put any kind of a value on this game, what would it be? How would you describe getting this one done?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say a 10. Every game, especially in this conference, is big. We got a lot of good teams, so I would say a 10. 10 next week, 10 the week after that.
Yeah.
10 every week.
They're a great team. They definitely a good team.
Especially considering the circus.
Kevin, you feeling that importance of games more than usual? Because I mean, these games have huge implications on playoff. Do you feel any more importance than maybe in the past? Because I mean, these are games that are going to decide playoff seedings maybe in the future. Have you noticed that at all?
I just think we looking to win every game. Every game we go in, we looking to win. It don't matter who the opponent is. Like we looking to win, and we know we can win. So
if we handle business, then there's no need to worry about the seeding or nothing like that.